Oh, independence, 60s radicals, your huddled masses yearning to be free, the homeless, the helpless, the hopeless. I am your hope. To all my supporters, I pander to you. Yes, Bernie panders to you. I will pander to as many groups as possible. Bernie panders to everyone. I know I make a lot of promises. That's because I'm a promising candidate with a promising future. I will promise you free college tuition. I will promise free health care to all. I will promise a job to everyone who is willing to work, and even those who don't want to work. I will promise the world peace. I promise an end to conflict in the Middle East. I promise better relations with Iran and North Korea and other countries. I promise stronger ties with our European allies. I promise better relations with Mexico and all of our Latin American countries. I promise to normalize relations with Cuba and encourage democratic change there. If there's a promise I haven't made yet, then I promise to make it in the future. I promise to make every promise possible. I promise to make 1,000,000 billion promises. And I'll promise you a world and a gold frame, too. I'll promise you the moon and the sun and the solar system and all of the stars in the universe. And I'll promise you everything there. Everything, I promise you everything that is there and everything that is out there. And I promise you everything that will ever be. Whenever you wish, whatever you want, I will promise it. I promise this is to make more promises than anyone has ever promised before. And make more promises than anyone will ever promise in the future. And I promise that when I am elected, that I will make even more promises. Yay! I know I make a lot of jokes about me, and I'm not afraid to laugh at myself. I don't mind jokes as long as I have the last laugh. My support in the polls is high because many of my supporters are high too. You get it? Okay. Some people misunderstood my slogan, feel the burn. They thought I was talking about acid reflux. Yeah. People don't understand my popularity. My popularity, a guy in his 70s filling stadiums. Who do I think I am? A Rolling Stone? I'm a rock star in politics. People say I should get a grip on myself. Get a grip. I've got a grip. Super poly grip. Ben and Jerry's, an ice cream country in Vermont, named a flavor in honor of me. But it's too rich. Too rich for me. I can't take it. I hate rich things. I support more funds to cure the mentally ill people, like Republicans. I oppose the 1% milk. I support the 98% milk. Ronald Rump is so dumb he thinks that fighting poverty means beating up poor people. When I'm elected, I want to make more millionaires. I want to turn all the billionaires into millionaires. Ronald Rump is the candidate that his party truly deserves. They truly deserve him. I'm glad he got the nomination. I just saw this movie called The Martian. A horrible movie. Why should one man have one planet all to himself while billions of people have to share Earth? No, didn't like The Martian. I cut my hair this way because it helps me look more presidential, like Washington. I promise, I did not cut down that cherry tree. What walks like a duck, looks like a duck, and quacks like a duck? My opponent, after being told that Panders supporters really like ducks. This whole nation is going to pot. So why not make it legal? What's long, hard, and keeps you awake at night? Thinking about what's going to happen if Ronald Rump becomes president. Got you worried there. What's the difference between Hindenburg and Ronald Rump? One's a big gas bag that's going to blow up, and the other was an airship. You can't make Ronald Rump look any better. You can't put lipstick on that pig. My opponent is saving a bit of money by using her husband's old campaign posters. Yeah, like I could do that. I want to be a revolutionary like Washington. See, don't I look like Washington? Franklin and Jefferson were revolutionaries. I want a socialist revolution. How many freshmen from nationalized colleges does it take to change a light bulb? None. Light bulb changing is a sophomore course. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Oh, excuse me. I was having a 60s flashback. When I was, in the 60s, I lived on a commune in Vermont. We tried to grow vegetables, but grew nothing but weeds. But it was mighty good weed, though. They called me Captain Toke. Oh, Bernie, Captain Toke, Space Ranger. Are you feeling the burn? I feel the burn. Because sometimes I get burned too. Like when I win a primary and my opponent gets more delegates. Is that fair? No! I'm getting burned up about it. I'm on fire. This boy's on fire. Gotta get on the ball with Geritol. I gotta get a juice full with Metamucil. See, I have my corporate sponsors too. Income inequality is a big issue with me. The only way to make everything equal for everyone is to make everything unequal for everyone. People make jokes about my hair. At least it's not as bad as Ronald Rump's hair. I should do something about it. I suspect my barber might be a Republican. That would explain a lot. That last joke almost made me swallow my teeth. Oh, they're in there now. If elected, I have big plans to change Socialist security. While campaigning in Kentucky, I bought a military commission, perfectly legal, so that I could run as Colonel Panders. Free chicken. The sad thing about political jokes is too many get elected. Trying a new campaign. Slogan here. Into the new century with Bernie Panders. Into the 20th century and into my next century too. Ronald Rump compared himself to Abraham Lincoln. Fiddlesticks. I knew Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was a friend of mine. Ronald Rump is no Abraham Lincoln. My slogan, a future we can believe in. Ronald Rump's slogan, a future where we can deceive them. Don't get Rump, get burned. I want to burn you. I'm staying alive, staying alive. Did you guys know I once recorded an album? We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Someday we shall overcome. Okay, not gonna make the charts. Hope I die before I get older. Talking about my generation. Okay. Burn, baby, burn. Disco, disco. Burn, baby, burn. Burn you, burn you. Burn it, burn it. Whoa, 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 we gotta go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bernie, yeah, yeah, we gotta go, yeah, yeah. But seriously now, my opponent claims that I'm weak on civil rights. Honestly, while I was out getting beat up and arrested at civil rights demonstrations in the 60s, my opponent was a Goldwater girl. Yes, right. Gold water in your guts, you know he's nuts. His heart is gold, he loves only gold. She was a Goldwater girl. I hate to admit that Ronald Rump is the candidate his party truly deserves. I heard that Bill Clinton stopped playing the saxophone. Why did Bill Clinton stop playing the saxophone? So he could take out the harmonica. Okay, that was a little low. I did well in school. My favorite classes were in socialist studies. I'm a crazy old man, but you love me. You love me. You love me. Ronald Rump has a love-hate relationship with the media. He loves to hate them. I don't give a damn about my damn opponent's damn emails. In fact, I don't even give a damn about any emails. I still write letters with quill pen and paper and ink. And don't ask me to give up my 8-track tapes or VHS tapes or my rotary dial phone either. The president said I looked like $1 million, or rather 37,000 donations of $27 each. Those are terms I understand. My opponent's slogan is, "Drudge up the hill." Go with the hill. Go down with the hill. Vote for Hillary. Get one ex-president free. Yeah. I talked with the president recently, and he is my comrade. I like Thai food. Their hot dogs are real hot dogs. Real hot dogs in Thailand. Ronald Rump has experience in meeting foreign leaders like Miss Sweden and Miss Argentina and Miss Azerbaijan, all the Miss World contestants. That's what foreign experience Ronald Rump has. People shouldn't vote for any candidate who votes for Ronald Rump. And if a candidate won't support their own candidate for president, they shouldn't vote for him either. I admit my opponent beat me in some primaries, mainly in states where she can't possibly win in November. Oh, this is where I do rap. Do-do, do-do, do-do-do-do-do, rappin' with Bernie, rappin' with Bernie. I admit I made a bad joke about Republicans being mentally ill and I got criticized. Mental health advocates said, please don't compare us to Rump. Yes. No, that wouldn't be fair. Perhaps my opponent needs a catchy song. No, I could try to be a Hillary guy. I'd rather be hip Hillary with Hillary than Rump by Rump. Oh, that's what they need. Catchy songs. And a new version of The Wizard of Oz. When the Scarecrow gets his diploma, he brags, I got a degree, and I didn't have to take out $50,000 of student loans. Never again, under Bernie Panders, will that happen. Excuse my hair. Excuse my hair. I had it teased, and as you can see, I sure made it mad. I want to save the world. Do all those things I promised. But I'll settle for being vice president. Please, please, vice president. Okay, you know. People ask me, how was sex in the 60s? And I said, sex in the 60s was great. And I hope that my sex in my 80s will be great too. I support liberal arts. They're way better than conservative arts. So that you will remember my name. All the food in here will be burned in my honor. Burn food for all of you. I've got another song idea for my opponent. The Hillary song, she won't be long. Don't you miss her, she'll soon be gone. But don't you worry, she'll go on and on. Here it is, the Hillary song. Okay, good start. My campaign came out with a new brand of Bernie's hot sauce, so my supporters will have a new way of feeling the burn. My wife feels the burn every night. The Clintons may have trouble with moving all of their stuff into the White House, if that happens, mainly because Bill has a lot of baggage. There's another slogan for my opponent. Give Hillary a crack at the White House and Bill another crack at the interns. That was a little low. Sorry. I'm like a horror movie for the super rich. I'm the nightmare on Wall Street. I'm going to tax you up. Tax you up. Some people misunderstand, feel the burn. They think I'm talking about STDs or VD. No. Feel the burn is something else. You know what I call the roommates of my supporters? Their parents. The young supporters of Bernie Panders. I'm for lots of free stuff for everyone. Free college, free handouts, free love, free grass, man. Free everything. The most important skill to have in politics is sincerity. If you can fake that, you've got it. Ronald Rump is not making a rump out of himself. He already is one. Well, get pumped up when you can get. I want to burn you up. Don't get rumped up. Get burned up. Okay. Ronald Rump wants to win in the worst way. And if you let him, he will. Okay, let me tell you a little more about Ronald Rump. You know, Ronald Rump is so rich, he just thinks he can buy everything. And if he can't buy one person, he can just buy another. He can even buy you if you let him. If you sell yourself, people would do anything for money. Now here are some of the names Ronald Rump calls his opponents. And low energy wimp, liar, fat pig, hey ugly girl, hey you Canadian, dork face, hey fence jumper, you less than American, hey stupid, hey you idiot, oh dummy, dumbbell, dimwit, dweeb, a-hole, hey stupidio, buffoon, you liver lips, you raghead, hippo hips, you Hillary liver, you weasel, you bat breath, you dingbat, you wombat, you curry, Kimmel, Daily Bunner. And those are just the names he calls his friends. The names he calls his enemies, I can't even say on this station. Ronald Rump thinks he should be prez because he's really good at insulting people. In fact, this is what he means when he looks presidential. He does this. He uses the same insults he used in the second grade. You know why? Because they work. I mean, he's got a lot of people with second grade educations voting for him that he talks down to them. Well, anyway, he's got $1 billion here, $1 billion there. He's a billionaire, but that doesn't mean he can get anything. He thinks he can get away with anything because he has a team of lawyers working for him, and they can file endless motions and appeals and lawsuits and counter lawsuits and endless lawsuits. And in the end, he gets away with it because people just drop the charges and get tired of dealing with him. But, you know, the rest of us can't do that. He's working on, as you can see from his hair, he's Ronald Rump is popular with fringe groups. As you can see from his hair, he's got the lunatic friend. No, better than me. There's a slogan Make America hate again. See, his party is the party of hate. They hate women. They hate minorities. They hate foreigners. They hate immigrants. They hate everybody. They may even hate you. So, but I am the love candidate. Candidate of the 60s love and peace and understanding and everything good. And you see this hat? That's the candidate you get, Ronald Rump. When you get rumped, you get rumped. So don't get rumped. Let me tell you about saying he said one of his opponents was Senator Stupidio because he was born in Canada, a Canada breech baby or birth baby or whatever they call it. That's what he called one of his candidates. And another candidate, he called him a moosehead, a hockey fanatic, an anti-American Tory, a God save the Queener. Yeah, and another candidate, he didn't like her face. He called her the face that sank 1,000 ships. Called her Failurina. She was a failed CEO, a failed Senate candidate, a failed in the fruit and nut state, and then a failed presidential candidate before becoming a failed vice presidential candidate. Failurina failed her way all the way to the top. And then there was Governor Sick of the Buckhead State. The guy didn't know when to give up. He lost every primary he entered, except for his home state. He hardly won any delegates. At one time, he was running fourth in a 3-man race. Governor Sick. Oh. Well, but Ronald Rump does get along with some people, like Chunky from the garbage state. You know the guy, he weighs like 400 pounds. The fat guy. Okay. He looks like he ate half of his steak. But seriously, folks, he may be a huge, disgusting blob of celluloid, but now he's an ally of Ronald Rump. And he's got a fine spot at Ronald Rump's feeding trough. Then he says Johnny Sidney McPain is the Antichrist because you count the letters in his name. 666 Johnny Sidney McCain. See, Ronald Rump will say anything about anyone. Okay. One of his slogans for Ronald Rump. Are you better off than you were 4 wives ago? He is, I guess. I think Ronald Rump is creating lots of thousands of fake jobs by hiring people that appear at his rallies. Well, that's just another... Well, people have compared Ronald Rump to cancer, which isn't really fair, because sometimes you can get rid of cancer, but you can't get rid of Ronald Rump unless you vote against him. Ronald Rump wouldn't mind choosing a woman to be his running mate, but he still would probably drop her for a hotter, younger looking running mate. The reason Ronald Rump is in the news so much is he says crazy things and his poll numbers are high. And the reason Ronald Rump's poll numbers are so high is because he says crazy things in the news. It isn't a good system, but it's the only one we got. The real reason why Ronald Rump doesn't want to see his tax returns is he's claiming his hair piece as a dependent. I wouldn't do that. If I did, there would be hell to pay. Well, Ronald Rump doesn't have a Bush endorsement, but he does have a bush on his head. I saw a sign that said, "Vote for tree." And how could anyone vote for a tree for president? Well, we had 2 Bushes as president, so why not a tree? Ronald Rump is going to shut down the Department of Education and replace it with Rump University. He wants to rump you up. Humpty Rumpty will build a wall and make Mexico pay for it all. Okay. People tell He says people tell lies about him, but those are really rumped-up charges. Ronald Rump ran rapidly round the roaring Red Rockers while rolling around a round room. Sound like one of those cartoon dogs. Here are some Rump campaign slogans. Stomp for Rump. Dumbocrats, you're fired. We shall overcome. We shall Yes, we have no amigos. We have no amigos today. Rump, the white man, for the white time, for the White House. This is your Rump. From our Rump to your Rump. A rump of a man, a rump of a campaign. He wants to rump the nation. I let him. If you can't vote for me, vote for my primary opponent. Rump says he opposes gun control because gun control is nuts, because all the nuts control the guns. Well, people say Ronald Rump hates immigrants. No, it's not really true. I mean, he married 2 immigrants, so he doesn't hate them all. And he likes Mexican food, so he must like some immigrants. So, the truth of the country is we need immigrants. We're a nation of immigrants. And also say that he hates women. Well, he loves some women. He's tried to be true to all women. Sometimes he's true to like 4 or 5 women at a time. Ronald Rump wants to be true to millions of Americans. He wants to love millions of Americans. But, you know, I love millions of Americans more. Okay, thank you for seeing me. Yes. I hope, Lucy in the sky we die. But, sorry, another 60s flashback here. Well, I hope you vote for me and vote for my program. I want to pander to you, to all of you. Panders. No one panders like Bernie Panders. Yes. Bye now. Good for me. Panders for vice president.